Steve, do we accept that as a deserved result?
First half we was dreadful, even though I told them it was a Kent derby and they had to be up for it. We weren't brave enough, didn't want to get on the ball, too many long balls that they were gobbling up. They got their goal and we went to pieces for 10-15 minutes because the players weren't brave. Then we got a goal at the end, good corner, good attacking, and then Tommy Murphy put a ball in the back of the net. So you're going 1-1, probably undeserved. Got told at half time they've got to be braver and want to get on the ball, because keep lumping out the Tommy, it's coming back. Started to get on the ball, and listen, I heard shouts from the crowd, change it, change it, change it. Thing is, we missed 2 open goals from 6 yards. 2, not 1, 2. So that makes it 3-1. And we were camped in their half in the second half. And then we let the fella run 60 yards without a challenge, without closing him down. He puts it in the back of the net. And the last one, like I say, we're just all over the place. But in general, I look at it and I think, I know, you've got to score them goals. And goals change games. And at this moment in time, that killed us.
2 new signings today. How did you feel they did?
I thought Deshaun done very well. He was lively, got on the ball. I thought Tommy worked hard. Again, his hamstrings were a bit tight, so he had to come off. But I thought he done well. I thought, so all in all, the second half we done okay, and we should have put the game out of sight. You can't miss them gilt-edged chances, and I'll take as much flack from team selection, from systems. Systems don't win games, goals do, and we need to score them, and we should have scored them, and that's been our problem. So, in terms of first half, not good enough. Second half was a lot better, a lot braver. But if you don't miss 2 open goals from 6 yards out, then you're not going to win a game of football.
When you signed Tom Murphy, I think a lot of supporters were wondering whether you might play him and Alex Reid together. Was that in your thoughts at all?
We thought about it. That might happen on Saturday, but we thought about it today and felt that the way they play and the directness of their sharpness as well of their front boys, if we played how we did against Dartford, we'd get exposed. As you saw in the first half, you don't play 3 in midfield. Michael Everett picks it up and deals with it all the time, and he done very well at that first half. Second half, when we got more around him, we was on the front foot. So there was deliberation about it. We decided against it. But listen, if we'd played him up front, the first half still wouldn't have been any different because the boys weren't at the races. Second half, we still could have had him on there, but it was Craig Stone and it was Tom Beer that missed the open goals. So I could have played 5 up front. Them balls have got to go in the back of the net, because all in all, second half we was camped in their half until the last 10 minutes sort of thing. So like I say, it's disappointing. Everyone's disappointed. No one likes to lose, but they need to be braver. They need to start understanding that they need to start on the front foot and can't just turn up for half a game. And they were told that in there. Now we'll just see where that takes us.
To clarify about the striker position, you might play 2 up front Saturday.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly. Depends on what we've got now, because obviously we're down to, in terms of Folksy defender out, Jack Parter's out. So at the minute I've played Parky at right back. If I can play Parky in there as a 2, it's a bit different because of the discipline, and then you might be able to get 2 up front. But at the moment, like I say, we've gone with a 1, and we went with a 1 today. And second half it worked, and we got our just rewards in terms of the goal before half time, and should have put the game out of sight. And that's the difference. They missed the penalty, great save from Johnny. But if you don't kill the game off when you're on top, it comes back to bite you on the bum, and it ain't the first time.
You took Jared off at half time, put Adam on.
Yep.
What was the thought there?
Not good enough. So
does he accept that?
I haven't spoken to him yet. I've got standards, and that first half performance wasn't good enough. Others could have joined him, but if I make too many subs too soon, I can't change it. And like I say, we knew that Tommy would be only playing probably 60-70 minutes, and he'd done really well to get through what he did, and then really come on. But in general, you've got to give more. You can't just be the average Joe. You've got to give more. And unfortunately, they gave more than us today, and that hurts in a derby game. I'm not from Kent, but a derby game's a derby game, and if you can't go out and give everything for 95 minutes, then you don't deserve to win the game.
With the two new players, has someone got to go now?
Yeah, someone will have to go. That'll be maybe another 10 days or something, but someone will have to go. If anyone else is to come in, then someone else will have to go. It's the way we've got to work it. Not pleading poverty, never would. I know what I'm working with, and I've got to try and change things up. You know, today there was some positives out there, but especially the first half, it was dreadful.
And I think somebody we're really missing is Jack Parton. There's nothing against Liam Smith, because I think he's doing a terrific job, isn't he, playing a left back? But I think Jack's a player who never lets us down.
Of course,
we're missing him.
Liam,
How long before he's back?
Liam's done very well.
Yeah.
So for his age to play the amount of games he's played is phenomenal. But there comes a stage where it's one game too many. You need a break and then go again. But listen, he's done really, really well for a young lad, just 18. Jack Parter had a scan Christmas Eve, and then we've got to look at New Year's Eve to see the results. And we'll take from there. He's done some straight line running, feels it's all right, but we won't know until that scan comes through.
Okay. And Michael West, any chance of him getting another month with us?
It depends. It depends on the finances. You know, I've got to do some juggling. He's done very well for us. Would I like to keep him? Yes, I would. But again, it's one of those. You've got to make sure that you've got the right balance. Because our main priority, we've got Tom Murphy for a month. Our main priority is another striker. So I've got
getting another one in.
I need if Tom's here to get games under his belt, score goals to get himself in the shop window at Dartford again, because that's his club. And if he does what he does today and puts it in the back of the net, they can't ignore that. Which means then we need another striker, because I can't just go with Alex Reid on his own. Whether I play him as a 1, whether I play as a 2, he needs some support, and we'll be looking actively for that. And see where that takes us, but it's difficult, you know. You get let down by clubs.
Because there was one that very nearly came just before.
Yeah, we had it all paperwork all sorted, and then they pulled the plug, and he's gone to a national south side, national south side. So that's what you're competing against, but that's for future. We've got a month to deal with that. Hopefully, Tommy carries on banging in the goals, and he does what we want him to do, and we do for him what he needs. But we've got to be looking for a striker that's going to be coming permanent, which again it'll be some juggling of some people. Listen, everyone's down the dumps, no more so than me. I'm the first one to look at myself and see where we've gone wrong. But as a manager, and I don't put it on players, very, very rarely, but as a manager I can't legislate for missing open goals to put you in the lead. Because once you get in the lead, then you've got something to hold on to, and they're coming at you, and then you can play around them. And we've done that the early part of the season, you know. But now the goals for and the goals against record speaks for itself. Now I think we're about even, which ain't good enough, and it's one of those. But we're not creating chances, because if I sat here and said that we didn't create nothing today and deserved to lose, it's not the case. The case is that we had 2 open goals that we missed, 2 put ourselves in front, and we haven't put ourselves in front. Apart from Whitehawk, Worthing, that's 2 games in probably the last 10, 12 that we've put ourselves in front. And you're chasing the game then. And no matter how we want to play, you can't do that by chasing the game. And they need to start taking chances. So, like I say, I take the blame, everything that goes on that football pitch is on my shoulders, because I pick the team, I pick the system, I pick the players, I trust the players. But if they don't put it in the back of the net, there's nothing more I can do than change them about and hope that they put it in the back of the net. And that's the nature of the beast. The goals are the difference, and it proved it today.
No, good luck, exactly.
Always nice as a striker, Tom, to score on your debut, and it was a lovely finish too, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's always nice to score, but you'd rather take the 3 points instead, so disappointed.
Tell us about the goal and what you remember of it right at the end of the first half.
No, I was just saying that they put me on the goalkeeper for set pieces, and they just said we tend to win quite a few of them, so if it bounces down, just make sure you're in and around it. And it was a good header from Sonny, and I was just on the move and managed to tuck it away.
Disappointing result though, wasn't it? What have you
been
saying in there?
Very disappointing. I think first 5 minutes we started well, and then they scored a goal. It was their first attack, and then we just didn't react. Then I think we got the goal out of nothing, and then come out second half, and we was a different team. And then we didn't take our chances, and then once they took theirs, we just didn't turn up again, similar to the first half. It was literally after their goals, they go in the first half, after that we didn't react, and then after their second goal, we didn't react. I think it was just a game of we were the better team in the second half, they were the better team in the first half, but they took their chances, we didn't take ours.
So a little bit about the move. So you're here for, it's described as an initial month's loan. Does that suggest you might be here a bit longer than that?
Well, we'll just see how it goes. There's quite a lot of games in this month, which is good, so I'm just hoping to play as many games, as many minutes, get as fit as possible, and hopefully score a few more goals, and hopefully get a few wins.
Is it largely with the aim of sort of trying to get back in the Dartford side, or are you sort of looking for a new home?
A loan is always like that, yeah, so hopefully it does help me get back in the Dartford team, but we'll obviously have to see where that goes.
Where would you say your best position is? Because I'm sure I've seen you before playing wide as well. Where do you like playing?
To be honest, as long as I'm playing is the best thing. Yeah, I've played wide of a 3, I've played wide of a 4-4-2, or I've played up front in a 4-4-2 or up front on my own. So yeah, normally I like playing in the 4-3-3 system, whether it's down the middle or either side, so that's probably my favourite formation position.
And who do you know here? Who have you played with?
I've played with like a few of the lads, or know of most of the lads. I've been at a lot of Kent clubs, so I've either played against or played with from before.
Yeah. And as a team in this month, obviously you come to side perhaps not in the form we were towards the start of the season. It's to try and just get that winning mentality back, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, I heard like we got off to a good start at the start of the year, and then recently obviously results haven't been going the right way, but hopefully we can turn the corner and climb the table.
All right, well, good luck Saturday. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Thank you.